stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. This is obviously a huge matchup. With a 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been worrying his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Say it. Smith with the grab over the middle. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to. Go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, Get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Side is Jackson, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him, so that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Here's Sayin to throw. Finds the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Changing the routes with his receiver. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Looking left. Fires left side, it's Smith. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin fires immediately. Touchdown, Buckeye! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
you definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Out wide right, it's Blaylock. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking for room. It's Blaylock.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Right back to it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Push is ahead. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
You got to love that 3rd down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Driven back.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the 2nd and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Right side, it's Blaylock. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Plowing ahead on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Blaylock. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down to the air. Lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Turns it upfield. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
On the move, it's Blaylock. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Hits inside, it's Jackson. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Might as well run him again. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Firing to the right, complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Quarterback signaling to his guy. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, say it. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Back's got it on the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Long way to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He unleashes a long one. Got it down the field. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it from the red zone. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. A great catch in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll try the right side. Breaks into the open. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's BYU with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year will put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it. It's a turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Second and long here. Quick completion to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's an easy completion to the tight end on a stick route. That play later, they could pump and then hit the tight end going up the seam for a big one.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime. They couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Using his legs, it's Jackson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation. Beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Motion from the wideout. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he's in! Touchdown, Ohio State! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's the Tegna. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Might as well give it to him again. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Cuts it upfield. It's Blaylock. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Quarterback decides, let's think this fourth down play over, and he calls a timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Fourth down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. We've swapped sides of the field and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The give to the back.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Here's Julian saying to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, that's a great job by the quarterback there not panicking, right? Because you know it's a blitz. Trust me, you know you're going to get blasted. But you keep reading coverage and you find your check down throw, get it out of your hands, and pick up the first down.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, no, the ball popped out. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Julian with the play fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Handoff again. Just ran over it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last timeout when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Smashes through the tackle.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did right there.
Driving forward, it's Jackson.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. No need to look right or left, just kick it right down the middle for the game. And he got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. See some running room. Oh, he's got some space. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.